Ghana. This is the Upper West region. Back again, Charlie. I hope you are doing amazing. Guys, did you know that we have hippopotamus in Ghana? Did you know it's right here in the Upper West region, a town called Wichral, and I'm here to see it for myself. I'm super excited.
So to the river, we have to join public transport. That is a motor cane. We sit on it. The driver will drive us comfortable to the river. There we join a canoe or a boat to go and see the hippopotamus.
So we are about to leave. We paid 40 Ghana cedis to rent the motor king. After 20 minutes of a rough safari ride, we finally reached the river. I'm super excited. I haven't seen a hippopotamus before. I've been wanting to see this since 2 years ago, since I started YouTube, and I'm so happy I made it happen. And guess what? The dry season is the perfect time to visit the north. Rainy season, you know, the hippopotamus spend a lot of time in the water, so they hide under the water. But during the dry season, the water level is low, so they tend to bring their head up more than in the rainy season. So the perfect time to come is December, January, February, up to March. After March, the rain starts coming, and then you would have to wait till probably December. So.
There are safety precautions that I want to put in place before we go. We are now on water, no more on land. Follow what I will say you should do. Where you are sitting, be on the middle of the seat. Don't turn anyhow. If there's anything,
we have to be very quiet so we don't disturb the hippopotamus. So we have just started the trip, and I'm going to be wishful. Wow, I've seen 2 so far. They keep coming out and going inside.
The Wichral Community Hippo Sanctuary is a community-based conservation initiative established by the chiefs and opinion leaders. Our main aim is to conserve the fauna and the flora, that is the plants and the animals, market it to the rest of the world or other regions as an ecotourism site.
So this is Burkina Faso, and Ghana.
The river, the hippo is the second largest land mammal after the elephant. Elephant is having weight over 4,000. A grown, matured male hippo, the weight is 3,200 kilograms. The female weight is 2,700, 2,800, depending on the age. They carry their pregnancy for 270 days.
Whoa!
And they give birth every 2 years. That's the interval. So we started 98 with only 4 hippos. But now, according to our hippo census, we are having averagely 50 hippos.
Wow!
50. But they live in groups. A group of hippos is called a school, like the school that each and every one of us attended. So depending on the group that we will meet, ever since I've been here for the past 10 years, the highest group I've ever come in contact, they were 22 in number. Sometimes you can see one. When you see one, that one is an independent hippo. It doesn't want to associate itself to any group because that one is always very much dangerous. Sometimes you can see 2, like what we saw at the entrance. That was a female and the little one. I'll give you this and there isn't. Hippos, when they give birth, they're having the liberty to bring the children to the group. That is, if that offspring is a baby girl, the grown ones, they particularly the males, they don't have problem. They can support the mothers as far as nature is concerned to cater for them to also grow up. But if the mother unfortunately give birth to a little hippo and it's a boy, there's a problem. If it is brought to the group, the grown males will kill it because they don't want it to grow up and they will be competing over the women. It can just be like we are here 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 men against 3 women. If they are hippos, we have to attack the younger one. It could be this one or the other guy at the back. We have to kill him so that the women can be. We can do our mapping so well 1 to 1. So that's how they normally do it. Each and every one of us is carrying hair on top of our head, and even different components of the body. People is not like that. The only small hair you can see is those in the nose and in the eyes. Apart from that, their body is so exposed or naked. So they don't want to get their skin burned. That's the prime reason why they stay in the water for the whole day. When it comes to night, around 7, 8 p.m., they leave the water there on the land. That time temperatures are so down. So that's how they live. And they equally feed during night. So when they leave daytime and they are underwater, they are grazing. They eat a lot. Averagely, they can chop grasses. Their weight is around 40 kilometers. Sorry, 40 kilograms per night. That's how they can eat. And per every bite, the magnitude of grasses or feed that they can consume is 50 centimeters. That's how it is done. Hippos, I can say, they don't have teenage pregnancy. At the age of 9, the females are ready to do conceive, give birth, and they also multiply.
We have seen about 6 of them, so he says we should be very quiet. Sleeping. Habitat right here in Ghana. Wow. We are about to see the hippos from here. It's like a tree house, so let's go. So guys, this is another option. This is the tree house where you get to see the hippos right from sleeping here. So you can actually come here, come with your tent. They bring you here by boat from where we lodged earlier. Then you can spend the night here. So this has been exciting, guys. I'm so happy because when I was flying the drone, as soon as they heard the sound of the drone, even though they left after they noticed there was something around, I was able to capture them. This is so fulfilling. I'm so humbled and I'm so grateful for. Bye bye. Yo, that's it. Yo. Okay. All right. So if you understand what they said, I think we are very close to Burkina Faso, and we are going to Burkina Faso for the first time, and this is so exciting. You get to very close to another country, and you don't get to explore. But I mean, once I'm going to step foot there, I can say I'm also going to Burkina Faso. So keep watching, guys. I hope you're enjoying this video as much as I enjoy documenting my experience. So because of the drone, we worried them, so it will take some time. Yes, I literally sacked them.
But it was worth it.
Yeah, because standing from afar getting a footage of them was a little difficult. We couldn't see their entire body. So yeah. How do you feel?
I'm just trying to soak it all in, guys. I can't believe that I have been up close and personal. I'm sitting in.
How do you feel?
Oh my god.
That's exactly when I was flying the drone, I had so much feelings. I was like,
Alright, so right now, guys,
look at them.
we're in the middle of the water.
They're like
We're
my
going to
friends
Burkina
now.
Faso. We're about to step foot on the land. Can't wait.
The surprising thing is, guys, we are going to Burkina Faso. We are approaching Burkina Faso. We are approaching Burkina Faso, and boom! We are in Burkina Faso.
We are there. We've gone to another country.
We are going to step foot in Burkina Faso. So guess what, guys? I just entered Burkina Faso. I mean, this plant is from Burkina Faso. This tree is from Burkina Faso. I just stepped foot in Burkina Faso and I feel so great. So when you're standing here across the river, the black water is Ghana, and I'm currently here. The border is not too far from here. It's quite a walking distance. We'll have to go inside, but we don't have a means of transport unless we walk. So yeah, it feels so good. After a short tour, we are leaving back to Ghana. So yeah, this is the Monkey Island. During the rainy season, we see a lot of monkeys here, but because we are in the dry season, they've moved away for a better living. We started our journey from another point, but we are using the shortest route, so this is the end of the boat ride. We are going to walk to where we parked our Motor King. So this is how it looks like from here. This place is really beautiful.
First people to settle in Wichao town moved from the Gumba land. Obviously, long ago, there used to be disputes over women and land issues. So those in the Gomba land, or the people who migrated from that place and settled in Wichao, they decided to relocate. So when they were coming and they got to Wichao, the leader asked them to stop because he foresaw that that place was a nice place for living, but the place was very like a forest, very bushy and full of wild animals. In order to clear the place for a very peaceful or safe living, he just asked them to start clearing the place that they want to settle. So that's how they came by the name Wichao. The we is just like the English we all know, so many people. Then the chow in our language means to cut, clear, or cut something, or chop something.
Nice.
So weed and then
We chow.
So we chow, we chop, we cut. Wow, amazing. For the group trip, we paid 60 Ghana cedis for entrance, 60 Ghana cedis for the safari and the boat ride, and we paid 40 Ghana cedis for transport, which we shared among ourselves. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed documenting my entire experience. Until next time on my next video, I love you all. Mwah. locally made.
This is
here.
local ice kinky.
Yeah.
And you put sugar?
Yes, there's sugar. But let's drink. I mean, there's no way I'll come to the north and not try a local milk. So this is ice kinky, which is 50 pesos. I'm about to try. There's lemon in it. Hey, there's lemon in it. Oh wow. So I'm about to try it. Let's see how it goes. See, so one thing about me is I have a typical African stomach. Wherever I go, I kind of have a way of adapting to any kind of food, whether there is pepper, whether it's not spicy. When I even went to Kenya, I had that experience, no spice, yet I was able to eat their food and feel fine. So this is no difference. They said there's lemon in the ice kinky. Let me try it and see how it goes. As you can tell, I just finished it. This is so good, I have to get another one. Do you all remember Nerissa and Nancy from my coming from Accra vlog? If you do, she's here with us and we are going to be trying street food in the Wa market. This is one of the popular markets in Wa. Is it the biggest?
Yes.
Oh, okay, this is the biggest.
But this area is called Fadama.
Fadama. Okay, so we are currently here at the outskirts of the market, which is called Fadama. So we are here to enter into the market and see if we can get some something to try on, some local meals, local street food, local beverages. And yeah, you always know whenever I visit somewhere new, I decide to try something new, experience what the local experience, and I'm here for it all. So yeah, if you're watching this video, I am currently in the Upper West region. Wow!
These ships,
Yeah.
when someone gives birth to a newly born baby, they want to name the baby.
Yeah.
You can get one of these
Ships.
yes, especially the male ones for the male one for the naming ceremony. But you can also buy it for any occasion that you want. Christmas, Salah, any.
It's ice.
What's it made of?
It's made out of
Ah, what's this?
Who have?
Oh, what's
I'm
the
gonna
English name?
taste it.
I'm not sure.
You're not sure the English name. Okay, let's see it again. So if you guys know the English name, please let me know in the comment section. If you know the English name of that, let me know in the comments. But this is the beverage made out of that, and I'm about to taste it to let you know how it tastes like. So this is locally called puree, and let's see how it tastes. Okay, so this is like I don't know if you know yoi, a local fruit. Is blackberry, African blackberry. It tastes like blackberry fruit that has been diluted with water. So that's how it tastes. I don't think it tastes anything else, but it tastes like a wild fruit. It's very close to baobab too. If you guys remember, when I went to Villa Awoyo, I had baobab juice. It also tastes similar to baobab juice. So if you've had it before and you know the taste, the right taste, let me know in the comment section. But that's how it tastes like. So just when I said it tastes like baobab, she says she has confirmed that it is baobab juice. So I'm going to be trying kuli kuli for the first time. This is very hard. It's like granite paste. In fact, it is granite paste that has been added. Did they add flour to it? No. Only granite paste. Yes. It's so dry. This snack is good. It's like having kati cake, but kati cake is mixed with sugar. This is raw granite paste, and this is good. It's called kuli kuli here in Wa. So you can have it with gari, with sugar, gari soakings, which is a local beverage here in Ghana. So if you've not tried it before, you might as well as buy one and try it. So hard. So I'm going to be trying suya. How much is one?
20 pesos. 50 pesos.
Give me some. How much? Give me. So this is how the suya looks like, and I'm going to be trying it. Give me one more. This is good. It tastes like just like suya. Suya is suya. There's no other taste apart from suya. So this is good. So far, everything here is very, very cheap. All their snacks are like 50 pesos, which is less than 1 cedi. And then the highest you can get a snack is 1 Ghana cedi. Everything is very, very cheap here. I've been here and I've spent less than I thought I was going to spend. So yeah, everything here is very, very affordable. See if you want to come into our video. So she says she's thanking us for promoting the WA. So you see, it's not really difficult to film in the market, even though yes, it is difficult to film in the market. Some of the women are so friendly and they're like, oh, come, is it going to TV, where is it going to? And it makes them interested. Once they know they are going to see themselves on TV, or their colleagues are going to tell them, I saw you on TV, then they are very interested. So yeah, so far so good. We are currently in the clothes section. Let's go see if we can get more street food to try. And yeah, I want to try Chozafi and bitter soup. Where can I get some?
That one we have to cook it.
You have to cook it?
Yeah,
they don't sell some.
We don't sell teaser like that because everybody prepares teasers.
Yeah. That is
It's just like in the Volta region.
Yes.
Everybody eats Banku or Aklen, so they don't sell it in town. Okay, so I would have loved to try it, but maybe the next time when I visit, we'll prepare it at home, and that's the usual thing here. So sorry. My friend recommended I tried cheeses and bitter soup.
Okay.
Yeah, and then she also mentioned I tried tubani, which we had yesterday. If you guys remember watching my vlog previously. So yeah, if you haven't watched it, please go back, watch my videos, and come back to finish up this. So yeah, so far so good. Let's see what we can get. I'm currently in the market. So we have here acheke, and I'm going to try it from the northern style. So mommy, please give me some. 2 cedis. It's plenty. It's plenty. Yeah, small. Yeah, it's okay. They add a little salt. 1 cedi.
This stuff is gonna be good.
Yes.
Cheesy old fish.
Give us spoon. So which is ours? So now we are in the marketplace. We have to find somewhere we could eat. acheke. I'm yet to go try it. Then I'm going to end the video for my street food experience here in Wa in the Upper West region. Loretta, what did you have since you came? Street food?
Water.
What did you have?
I had the, oh, what do they call it? The
Tubani
nuts.
yesterday, yeah.
I had the nuts that we had. I had the drink,
Yeah.
which the baobab, which is also known as tamarind. That's the name I kept forgetting.
Yeah.
And we ate the suya as well.
So yeah. We are going to try it and end it. So we are currently in traffic. Yeah. Hi. Look at the baby, he's so cute. Hi. He's like, who is that? I'm about to try the acheke I bought earlier on. So this is the acheke, and the vegetables, they sprinkle a little bit of salt for taste, and this was very good. The acheke was very soggy and soft. Acheke is close to gari, which is a local delicacy here. This was really, really good. Destination, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed documenting my entire street food experience here in the Upper West region, specifically Wa. So yeah, until next time, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. I am currently in the yellow, properly called tuk-tuk. How do you call it in your local dialect? Mahama Kambu. It's called Mahama Kambu. So if you haven't tried this here in the Upper West, in fact in the North, you should make it a point. It's very, very cheap. Short distances are about 1 city, long distances are about 3 cities. So yeah, it is worth the experience. Until next time, I want to say I love you all. Much love from the Upper West. Mwah.
Over the last 72 hours, the world, which is struggling to recover from a devastating pandemic, has been hit with yet another situation which some analysts argue could be a potential path towards World War III. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has captured global attention to a conflict which is on the tipping point of escalating into a full-blown war. Today on Say Loud on GhanaWeb TV, I bring you a special editorial on the escalating Russia-Ukraine conflict, as well as an interview with some Ghanaian students who have unfortunately been caught up in this unfortunate situation. My name is George Isi. I'll be right back. Welcome back. This is still Say Loud on GhanaWeb TV with me, George Isi, and we go straight into our special editorial on the Russia-Ukraine conflict. We take you back to February 2014. Russia, in the month of February 2014, invaded and annexed Crimean Peninsula from Ukraine. Later in 2014, a group of pro-Russian separatists took control over the cities of Donetsk and Luhansk in the Donbas region of eastern Ukraine. The incident has since led to continuous conflict between militia groups supported, armed and financed by Russia on one hand, and the Ukrainian army and its volunteer militia groups backed by NATO and Europe on the other hand. In the process, thousands of lives have been reported lost in the crossfire between the two sides. Both sides, however, later agreed on a ceasefire deal, which was dubbed the Minsk Agreement. The agreement was to see Russia stay out from Ukraine until over 70 hours ago, when Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, by executive order, recognized the disputed areas as independent states. Putin did not stop there. He ordered an invasion of the area, with assaults being launched on various Ukrainian military installations thereby nullifying the Minsk agreement, which was to see Russia withdraw its forces from eastern Ukraine. With several explosions heard around Ukraine, some deaths and injuries have been recorded, with some people attempting to troop out of the country. Another angle to the entire situation has to do with Ukraine's plans to join the European Union and NATO, with Russian President Vladimir Putin seeing it as an attempt to reduce Russian power and limit its economic fortunes. United States President Joe Biden has been clear to state that America will not be sending troops to Ukraine to fight in the conflict, but will support Ukraine from a distance. This same position has been taken by other world leaders and NATO members who have since condemned the actions of Russia. Among other actions, the United States President has announced a series of sanctions against Russia and its leadership. These same sanctions has also been adopted by Europe and its allies. So now we look at how this whole situation is affecting Ghana. Of course, it is a global situation with global impact, and therefore we would want to narrow it down to Ghana. And for that, I have joining me my colleague Mauli Aholu Megan. He is on our business desk and he will be helping me to do that. Mauli, welcome.
Thank you very much, George. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Yeah.
So first of all, what will be your initial comments on this entire Russia-Ukraine?
For now, I think it's quite very serious. It's looking serious. Some of the Russia's airspace have been taken over by Ukraine's airspace have been taken over by Russia, and there's quite a lot of tension here, and but most presidents, especially in the European Union, all of them are on edge as to what's the next line of action to take.
But on the global space, I mean, before we narrow it down to Ghana, on the global space, how is this affecting the world?
It's going to very much impact the world, especially economically. Russia is a very key supplier of oil and gas, and so for superpowers like US and UK begin to issue sanctions to Russia, because before all this happened, those tensions were brewing for some time now. But Joe Biden, the US president, had to have a number of calls with Vladimir Putin, but it looks like those conversations didn't really yield any results. So it was more of a plea to him to sort of, back down, because they had already had the intelligence that this was what was going to happen. And prior to this whole invasion, Vladimir Putin had a whole press conference for almost over an hour explaining why he needed to do what he needed to do. But it looks like he had already planned it already. So for now, prices are going crazy on the market, especially the stock market and also oil. Like I said earlier, Russia is a very, very key supplier of oil and gas. And so for US and most of the European countries begin to sanction Russia, is now going to impact on the pricing as well. Because already, as of yesterday, oil prices hit above $100, which is very, very significant. And so it's going to really, really impact us.
I'm sure this is something that Ghanaians would not be happy hearing, considering the prices of fuel over the last period.
Yes, obviously, it's really not going to bode well, especially in Ghana, because even in the February pricing window for Ghana, fuel prices went up twice, and now fuel is selling around 7 cedis. And there are already projections that should this happen, we know we are entering into another month very soon, which is in March. So we're going to have the first pricing window of March. If these tensions begin to continue and stay high like the way it is now, for now we're in the early stages, but I mean, should sanctions begin to roll in on Russia, Russia will now also begin to feel the impact of that. Already globally, some corporations have begun to take off their businesses with Russian companies. So like, for example, Manchester United flies on an Aeroflot, which is a plane that the players sit on, and it's a Russian company. Now they've had to cancel that sponsorship agreement that they've had. The Roman Abramovich, the Chelsea owner as well, the UK Parliament, Boris Johnson, visibly in Parliament saying that let's ban this man from operating in UK, because he has a very big investment in the UK. Sure. So it's really, really going to impact. And
of course, I understand that the Champions League final for this year was scheduled to be hosted in Russia, but then it has been moved out. Yes. So it means Russia is really, really bearing the brunt. Finally, on Ghana, we understand that this is also likely to result in global inflation. Bringing that to the Ghanaian level, how is this also going to impact Ghana?
Yeah, so how that is going to impact is already our inflation numbers are already high, very, very high, because of pricing, as well as the COVID. We're also tending to forget that COVID was already doing a lot of things to our economy. So now we're already suffering prices of goods and services. Now, what this tension is going to do is now going to spike that. So it's going to go higher than you actually, and that will now impact on pricing, because now whoever that has more of the supply will begin to hoard it. It's just like the vaccine. They'll begin to hoard the vaccines, and then availability will become very, very difficult because now you have to pay more in order for that. And I mean, if you have people not, you know how movement works with economics, and if people are not moving out there to purchase goods and services, it's obviously going to start to impact. So for us back home, it looks like we have to start expecting to see some full hikes in the next few weeks to come.
Sure.
Yeah.
Then we pray it actually ends soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
So yes, I had my colleague Maulia Holumega joining me to bring his expertise to bear on what this situation means to Ghana. Of course, Ghana is not isolated from a situation that has a global impact, and so we are hoping that it will be dealt with soon. We will be right back, and once we get back, we'll have a conversation with some Ghanaians who have rather unfortunately been caught up in this situation in Russia and Ukraine.
From the dawn of time, people have engaged in several businesses. With the onset of technology and innovation, life has relatively been made easier.
By using debit or credit cards,
Mobile banking.
Thank you. And your favorite mobile money?
Tech has indeed married business. On BizTech, we spend time with faces behind known and upcoming businesses in the country.
Learn more about the new technologies and innovation,
as well as find out about the trending issues in the world of business.
Join us as we serve you with a variety of compelling interviews, projects, and others right here on GhanaWeb TV.
Welcome, this is still Say Loud on GhanaWeb TV with me, George EC. As indicated earlier, we have joining us today some Ghanaian students in Ukraine and Russia who have unfortunately been caught up in all of this situation. We go to Zoom where we have Kofi Jesse, Abigail, Dia Do, Kwabna Fako, and Ajiman Kwabna. Let me start with Kofi. Kofi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, my brother. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my brother. So, how is the situation like in your location?
Okay, so let me speak to you from where currently I am. I am in Volgograd in Russia, and I can tell you that the situation here is very calm and peaceful. Everything is very calm. The transport system is working. The internet is available, but I'm only able to comment on this particular issue with regards to the position I occupy as the Speaker of the Royal Senate. And then that is where we are able to get to know how the students are faring from all the other states. And the information currently that we have at the Senate is that there has been no issues in Russia. Everybody is very calm, everybody is very safe. And so we are only hoping for the best.
Great. So you are in Russia and not necessarily affected by what is happening, but then you are receiving reports from other places and you are in the know of what some other Ghanaian students are going through their current situation, if I'm right.
Yes, that is why I'm saying that we students in Russia here are only looking at what is going on with our brothers in Ukraine. We share their pain and we know that it is not easy for them. But we in Russia are very calm because there's nothing that is so scary going on here. Everything is calm. It's just that the media reportage, the sensationalism on the media space is also giving us that kind of emotional instability with regard to whatever you are seeing on the screens, that we are scared that probably something is going to happen here. But currently, the atmosphere here is very calm and very peaceful. But we are only worried because of what we think would happen in the future. But with our brothers at the other end, correspondence with them show that it's not so calm with them, and we only share their pain and then we pray for the best.
Okay, so let me speak to Abigail. Abigail, are you also in Russia?
Yeah, I'm in Russia.
Oh, great. And how is the situation? How have you also been receiving the news and what's your situation?
Okay, so I am in Krasnodar, not so far from Crimea, which is at the border. Right now, as my friend or the first person already spoke. There's not much going on here. Everything is calm. We are going about our daily activities actually. So yes, we see troops and armored cars, but there's not much panic around. We're going about our daily activities like how it's supposed to be. So there's not much going on here.
Okay, if that's the case, then we speak to Kwame. Kwame, how about you? Are you also in Russia?
Yes, I'm also in Russia. I'm also in Russia.
Okay,
so yes, right now, as my colleagues have already said, the situation is kind of, I mean, no one is actually panicking about anything, but I mean, the cities which are near to the border, they have, I mean, prevalence of, I mean, they are just having some panic attack because of, I mean, the ammo cars, helicopters making noise, I mean, those kind of stuff. So they are actually having some, I mean, some fear. And just, I mean, we're also getting information from, I mean, from friends and colleagues from Ukraine, where they have to actually run for safety. I mean, some are actually going to board, other countries to be able to get a flight back to Ghana because all flights have been suspended.
Okay, so we are here to see if we have somebody from Ukraine joining us. Kwabena, are you also in Russia?
No, I'm in Ukraine.
Great. So it's good to have somebody from Ukraine now. What is your situation?
I'm in a city called Sumy. For us, we are just some few kilometers from Russian border, and as of yesterday, there were some blasts near us, some few kilometers from our hostel, which we heard it was from the other side. So what they told us that we should keep calm, and then so yesterday we have to go down we have underground bunkers. So we have to go down there and then stay there throughout the night so that at least we have some safety. And then when you go around the city, there's nothing going on actually because it brought panic, and then ATMs, the queues there, supermarkets, there were a lot of queue. But yesterday we managed to get some few foodstuffs, but the unfortunate thing is the getting money. For us now here, it's like impossible. So because banks have closed, ATMs, some of them now, you go, there's no cash. And then getting out from these cities too is quite difficult because we found ourselves where we have to pass through two cities which are severely affected. That's Kyiv and then Kharkov. So it's like getting out is quite difficult for us for now. But they've told us to keep calm. They are just monitoring what is going on.
Okay, so Kwabena, if that's the case, you spent the night in the bunker. You are back to your hostel now, right?
Yes, please.
Is it that the situation is dying down or what?
Yeah, from what we heard from especially university officials, they said this place is at risk. We could have some hits at any moment. So yesterday when we experienced the first hit just near us, they thought it's advisable for us to get secure, like bunker, and then stay there for the night. So that's the situation.
But Kwabena?
Yes, please.
So about the Ghanaian embassy, have you heard anything from the embassy?
Nothing official. According to what our NUC's president told us, that they've contacted the bank. Actually, in Ukraine, we don't have Ghanaian embassy here. It's only Russia and other countries. They said they've heard nothing official from them, but they've sent some information to various embassies, hoping to receive some response, but not yet.
But are you happy with the response? Are you happy with the response of the government of Ghana?
For now, it's like there's no decisive. They've not taken a decisive step for now, but we are hoping that they take something, like they consider the situation, because over here it's really very serious. Maybe they might not have idea how it looks like here, because for us, even now, our worry is even finance, how to get money to travel to safety is a problem, because we can't receive money. If they even send money, there is no way we are going to take that money out, and feeding will become almost impossible in the next few days to come. So they've heard our grievances and they are considering it, but they should speed up.
You talk of feeding becoming a problem in the next few days. I'll come back to you to speak on all those matters, but then I would want to speak to your other colleagues who are in Russia, where fortunately the situation is a bit calm. Kofi, tell me, are you happy with the response that the government of Ghana is giving to this situation, considering your position?
All right. So over here we have a very calm atmosphere, like I said earlier on, and when this issue started, our president wrote that he's spoken to the embassy in Moscow, and they have assured everybody in the federation that they are very much on top of their game. They have the capacity to deal with the situation whenever there are uncertainties, so students should not panic. And this officially has been communicated to the entire student populace. And therefore, we also have a lot of confidence in our embassy, because for the past years, dealing with them, they've showcased that they have the interest of students at heart, and they are able to also take the interest of students into recognition. So for us here, we have that solid assurance from the embassy, and then we are not scared at all when any situation comes out. But however, we are not also ruling any case of uncertainties in the future, because nobody knew that this issue was going to escalate to this point. Therefore, as students and as student leaders, we have also gone beyond and started collecting data of individual students and their contacts and emails, and then we also compile that and keep ourselves abreast and set up with time, so that whenever there has to be any issue that students would have to leave the federation, we also set ourselves ready, and then we will leave. But like I'm saying, with issues regarding the correspondence of Ukrainian students and the embassy, I am unable to comment on that since I am not in the federation. So that is all that I can say for now with regards to the correspondence between the students and the embassy. Thank you.
Then let me gather Kwame's thoughts on the government's response. Of course, you have shared your view, but then Kwame, what do you make of the government's response to this situation?
Okay, I think I watched some news yesterday, and then I think it was brought up in Parliament, and we are just hoping that everything will be done as fast as possible, because very soon, as Kwabena said, very soon receiving money is going to be very difficult. I personally today, when I closed from the hospital, I went to the bank to withdraw some money using Western Union, and I went to 3 banks, and they said they will not be able to give me money because of the sanctions and all that. So very soon, I'm sure if nothing is being done about it for students to actually secure some food, because right now, very soon, if money is being sent later on, it's going to be useless, because we won't be able to use that money for anything, since nothing can be sold to us, or you get what I'm trying to say. So I think the response must actually come as fast as possible, so that we're able to secure the necessary needs.
Okay. So we are talking about government response. Let me speak to my female guest. About government's response, do you think that government should consider evacuation plans? Of course, Kwame mentioned the fact that the issue was discussed in Parliament yesterday. Abigail, do you think that government should consider evacuation plans, and how soon do you expect that to be implemented?
Okay, so currently there's been an airstrike actually, especially the cities located at the south, even in the capital. So flights are not moving in, flights are not moving out. So evacuation is not actually the way forward right now. So I don't think that can come into the plan. Maybe yes, funding to move people into a much more safety zone, because it's not all, especially in Ukraine. Yes, there are zones that have been affected, especially Kiev and other zones, but they are not all parts of the country is being affected by what's going on. So if people can be moved to a much more safer zone, that would be better. But evacuation to Ghana or wherever by flight, I don't think it's going to be possible.
Okay, so we are about ending this discussion. I would like to get Kwabna to give me some few answers, and then I'll pick your final words. Kwabna, you talk about the fact that you will soon run out of supplies. How soon are we talking about, and how consequential is this going to be?
So let's take it from next week onwards. Basically, I will have, let me talk from my perspective and my colleagues near me. From next week onward, we will have nothing left. So if it continues like this, that means from next week, we'll be left with nothing. And it will be very difficult because here you have nowhere to go. Yes, you have nowhere to go. For us, the situation is already getting out of hands for us because most students have already run out of money. And the fact that even from yesterday, it was impossible for us to receive any money or take money. My bank, when I tried removing money, I used two banks. The first one, I couldn't remove. The second one sent me a message that, unfortunately, my card is not permitted to do any transaction now. So it's going to be very difficult for us.
You are in a Kwabna, you are in a foreign country. What is the government of Ukraine doing for expatriates in their country, like people like yourself? What is the government of Ukraine doing for you?
Okay, for now, we've not heard anything. The only thing is, he's general. He said everyone should remain calm, but he has not commented anything specific about foreigners or anything of that sort.
So for now, you're on your own?
Yeah, for now, everyone is on his own.
Government plans, calls for evacuation. You are in this situation more than any of our guests. Is this something that you would want government to do, or what is your call to government?
For me, I think it should be considered, although now airports and then some airports have been destabilized, but it should also be under consideration. Anyhow, because our plan is moving to safer places. For example, Lviv airport is considered the safest now, not Kiev. So it should be considered. It doesn't necessarily mean only flying from Kiev. Lviv is there. So for me, I think it's very necessary for us.
Okay, Kwabna, so we understand your situation. We hope you stay safe. Let me get the final thoughts of your colleagues and then we'll wrap this up. Abigail, what will be your final words?
Okay, so right now we are able to control the situation to a particular point, but as Kwame and Kwabna and everyone else has said, we are not sure of how things are going to escalate. So it will be very glad if the government speeds up their response to us to make things better.
Okay. Kwame, any last words?
Okay, so one thing that came to mind was if it's possible, if not evacuating the people to Ghana, we can evacuate the people around the border to safer cities so that they can be there for now. If it's possible, we can get the embassy to get the students that, the students that are studying the cities that are around the border to safer cities so that, just in case of anything, they will be safe. Because, recently the first attack from Russia was actually from one city, Belgorod. And that city has, a lot of Ghanaian students, scholarship students to be specific. So if it's possible for them to, the embassy to actually get the students from the cities that are near the border to safer cities is going to be very, very fine. I mean, so that they will feel some safety. Because my city currently, no one is talking about the whole thing, just the banks that are, I mean, the banks have been affected since the economy is being crippled. So,
right.
Yeah.
Right. So, Kofi, you are in a position of leadership. You coordinate communication and activities between your colleagues and the government of Ghana. What will be your final words?
All right. So, my brother, in this particular situation, first of all, my heart goes out to our brothers in Ukraine, and I agree that these are tough times, and surely they will prevail. And all that we can all do as individuals is to keep calm and remain safe, and look out for ourselves each time, and then make sure that we defend ourselves. But for me, in this era of civilization, it is very unfortunate that we have to talk about an impending, so to say, war at this particular point in time. But we ask that you all help us in prayers, keep us in your thoughts, and then we wish that moving forward, this issue will not escalate, but will rather stay calm, and then at both sides, in Russia and then in Ukraine, not even only Ghanaian students, but people, this is the call for humanity. People in Russia and people in Ukraine will be safe, and no life will be lost as a result of this. We need all prayers and support in these hard times. We remember us in prayers. Thank you very much.
Great. So, guys, we thank you for your time, and we hope you stay safe. And we'll reach out to you in case we need any further update. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
So, viewers, this is Say Loud on GhanaWeb TV with me, George AEC. I did this by speaking to some Ghanaian compatriots in Ukraine and Russia, where there's been some fighting over the last 72 hours. They are praying that the situation is contained in due time to stop the situation from escalating. Of course, this has been Say Loud with me, George AEC, and until we meet for our next episode, it's bye for now.
The showbiz industry has always been inundated with issues, and so when we sit like this, we table them for a riveting discussion. It's episode 2 of Bloggers Forum for the year 2022, and I welcome you to this platform where we do a perusal of arts and entertainment issues, of course, with a touch of wit. I am Benefo Boabin Abrantipa. On GhanaWeb TV for Bloggers Forum, I am Abrantipa. My panelists are seated. Nenebi is a columnist. They say, you bet me the one title I can home because Kanenuna is an author in the making. But I said, yeah, he has finally launched his book, Everything That Happened, and the people who made it. Nene, welcome.
Thank you.
How does it feel like being an author?
You know, for the past 10 years, I joined the entertainment industry because I wanted to write a book on a war. And then the first or second interview I did, the person I interviewed for that book gave me a job to be a journalist.
Who was that?
That was Veros Nati.
Okay.
He used to be a boss manager. And then I became a journalist, and then I got busy. I stopped focusing on writing a book. And 10 years later, I have a book out. So it feels good. Actually, 12 years
10
later.
years?
12 years, yeah.
Wow. So when did you start writing this book?
I started writing it in 2020, 2019, 2020, yes. So I finished writing the book in early last year, that was 2021, and the publishing process took a while. So on 22 February 2022, the book finally came out.
I see. Okay.
So I have some copies here for you and my co-panelists.
Okay. And so obey autograph your man. Okay. So just give it to Vidal and I mean media.
Let me use my pen.
So whilst he does the autographing, Vidal Dituma Boatin is a columnist, entertainment analyst, and Nancy in a voice at ICC. Then she loses her voice. I don't know what is happening, but this actually started when she was made the PRO for 3 music awards. Vida,
boss.
Akwaba.
Yeah.
Sabotage, Anna.
Shall we break loose? We break loose in Jesus' name. But it's funny though. I mean, I don't know whether it's because Casada does or not. I tend to, lose my voice, but it's all good.
Yeah. Yeah, we ginger.
And
na fa esuru sa hwentia no de fra na chese e punu nso upunu no so beboa no se me me herbalist kwa kese mi ane
se me pejan so mu kwa de am okay.
Okay, right. So Nene, we are still waiting for Nene to do his thing any which ways. So you're training Nene no. Vida, and young free your mind.
Yeah, we thank them, say Abrabiano, they stay glued to and then I'd like to pick on a few issues this week. Me who say around. Now me who sama for a bash Zion Felix. Say Wakobusa, say Bibi young nani say on teaching on any bay interview na. I say OBT tribal war drums be baby. I mean, I don't think say Zion had that intention, say, or person say be I was so teachy and son maybe on why interview I ye. Na betia say your languages are hodo be. I think they about 45 or so. Me say me kakasa hodo 4. Me ka bro for country, ka French, ka English.
Oh, okay.
Ain't say me drew area be any of these 4 near popular and I say comfort car. The very natural thing will be say maybe say anyebia oka kasabin. What's my say? Na say oka say be oka una kasa nimpo. It would have been impossible for Zion to conduct interview in that and una kasa because no Zion no empty. I think say the notion say do na fakese na kachi no made him ask say what's a Ghana pana ebia unti ana because okonofa obi wo hon cry hada. It doesn't mean the language is superior than any other language. I don't think that he set out to do that. I think the amount for a relaxing and mano.
But before you move on to Baby Abekon, what do you make of his apology? What issue apology?
Yeah. I think no matter how he explains himself, there will be a section of the public that will be affected and are disappointed in him. Into the way he has obey saying Kofobi feeling offended by it, you come out to apologize, which he has done. But looking at it on the fence, I felt it wasn't a deliberate attempt to put one language ahead of the other. Saying one language is more dominant. At the same time, the so-called Volta regions is here, you'll be found wanting, so won't take Kasana. It tells you say Kasabiani area the dominance wa ni mudru ewo. In as much as utichi ubedru north na ye kandagati for Kasana ye kakusasi for Kasana ontia. You would tend to give some respect into the people and know say the other languages are and also ejina nenaso. So I felt say it wasn't a deliberate move. Okay. Moreover, on the channel no or any interviews na fakese na uchimu. Yeah. On the target audience or the mom here at GhanaWeb, sometimes we speak English, flows but we've been told say we can mix the two, so that we reach a wider audience. So he has a platform or what language will you see wo. So busa, I don't think say why boni bebre. Now on to Kelvin Boy. Last week Mitna Haka said down flat is making waves. Now a friend is saying Mauli. He was saying and Newman fly, but only a week after Crampono, she said and Newman a region. And I say wako assaulted ni baby mama. on be confirming asem no. But ni yatete say or the iron rod. And I born a baby mama also. I mean, let's face it, men support violence in any way. So it's a say chin and pa because men who any evidence I just say police cells.
He says he's in
Nigeria.
Yes.
There are videos of him on a Westgate or Nigeria or Lagos and trying to promote the song near there. Yes, right. Say sana tiena wo bana or dia born you want to press charges famra kwan so na ye. Let us stop how you recruiting and now for with the aim say o character and akobu obi and your talent and abu obi. We have to strike sa balance no. And send the character no na enye na abu obi allow yen enjoy nyom no to enjoy the song. It doesn't mean say na fam. When you the voice na fan show and then son of the ball. Into South or back crawling now for 4 now, you recruit your mona. And they made an emphatic statement say, "One will say when your name hate no, walk up ball baby mama." So there is a deliberate attempt to, wind down on the efforts musically. Yeah, catch almost say, Akwani needs the hits to Banawa one. He needs those hits and the numbers to be able to cater for Akwalano.
Sure.
I'm not condoning any act of violence. If you want to press charges, go to the police station, do so quietly. Emrani so ne parent here. Said tuni edin be tuma yehu de be yourself ye be fine na ye be uni. Sa choristers na etwa omo ho ehia no. They should shut up.
All right. Nene.
Yes. So before that, let me just present the book to you. This one is for Vida.
Thank you very much.
I wrote how I feel and think about you.
Yeah,
hey.
It's a great piece.
I'll say how I feel and think.
This one is also about how
so
I
me,
feel.
what did you write about me? It's okay,
Read
you
it.
bring it.
I think I have to read it. Oh wow, these are nice words.
Don't read mine.
Oh yes, it's also nice.
These are nice words. I don't know if I'm permitted to read.
Okay, read quickly and then let's move on.
You are beautiful, confident, and an industrious woman. Oh hallelujah, going places. Thank you very much. Industrious indeed. It means that he factored my Kwahu background.
Okay.
Into I did.
So
beautiful indeed is relative.
In fact, the book is nice. That's the cover of the book.
Thank you very much.
What kind of dear? My main kind media.
I thought.
So me kind and coming kind. I met you in my first year in the industry. I didn't know you would become a friend, but you are a brother now. Nenebi. Signature no boy in date.
Yeah.
Nene,
thank you so much.
Thank you.
I thought the title was going to be The Gods Are Not to Blame Reloaded. So but it looks good. I mean,
the packaging is nice.
It looks good.
Okay, so let me free my mind and make some point for my book. I want to talk about King Promise.
Okay.
King Promise said the people who supported him when he was on his way up, they no longer support him. And then I think he was making reference to both the media people and, who supported him. And then in my book, in chapter 2 of my book, the chapter 2 is called Sarkodia Inc. There is a sub-chapter in chapter 2 called The Winner's Curse, right? And in that chapter, I talked about how no artists who have ever won the Artist of the Year in the history of Ghana Music Awards ever went on to have a big career afterwards. Anytime an artist wins Artist of the Year in Ghana Music Awards, somehow their career starts taking a dip. And in that sector, I quoted Obuo, my boss, and he talked about the fact that usually in your first year or in your most successful year, a lot of people have stake in your success, right? A lot of people support you because they think you are new and then you need their support. The DJs, the media people,